No, I understand that.
You know what I mean? It
Well,
can go both ways.
but you asked me like the take on like pretty much as far as why I feel this about my son. Yeah, me as a mother, do I want my son dating a white woman? Absolutely not. I would hope like hell that somebody around my age is raising their daughter to be a hell of a woman, a hell of a wife, so that my son can go marry a black queen, have black beautiful children, and continue on this black legacy that we have in our family. Absolutely, because come on now. Ain't nothing more powerful than melanin. And I think that's the problem that throughout the years, it's been an attempt to sever that. Like even back in slavery days, it's been an attempt to sever that.
Okay.
And now we're here. And now we're like, oh, we can't talk about race or why race matters. It 100% matters because we'll be wiped out if it didn't
Look though,
matter.
Kelly, to that
No,
point.
we can't get wiped out.
But
I
to
have a
that point though,
question.
Kelly, look.
All of the wealthy or rich white men or Russian men were going to get black women, and you had a shortage of wealthy white or Russian men because they wanted to go run to black women, then the question of why race matters would not be a question. But it definitely matters if majority of our black men are going to other races and procreating with other races.
But it
Because
goes
mind you,
both
these are
ways.
not for black, pardon me?
It goes both ways. Like I said, he was mixed, right? So his father was white and went and married a black woman.
No, I understand that.
You know what I mean? It
Well,
can go both ways.
but you asked me like the take on like pretty much as far as why I feel this about my son. Yeah, me as a mother, do I want my son dating a white woman? Absolutely not. I would hope like hell that somebody around my age is raising their daughter to be a hell of a woman, a hell of a wife, so that my son can go marry a black queen, have black beautiful children, and continue on this black legacy that we have in our family. Absolutely, because come on now, ain't nothing more powerful than melanin. And I think that's the problem that throughout the years, it's been an attempt to sever that. Like even back in slavery days, it's been an attempt to sever that.
Okay.
And now we're here. And now we're like, oh, we can't talk about race or why race matters. It 100% matters because we'll be wiped out if it didn't
Look though,
matter.
Kelly, to that
No,
point.
we can't get wiped out.
But
I
to
have a
that point though,
question.
Kelly, look. Yeah, true. That's a question.
So my question is, Kelly, because I've met you in real life. You're kind of light skinned. Do you think that there may be some white blood in you? And you got blue eyes. So I mean, I'm just trying to figure out. Do you think that there could be a pinch of Caucasian meat that was, inserted somewhere, maybe down the line? Or I mean, like, talk to me. Like, do you think that maybe?
I'm not saying that it was like, for instance, my dad, his dad is German.
God, he been not.
No, his dad is German. His mom is black, but his mom was also blind from the time she was 4 years old. So she was liable to date anybody that was willing to love her, accept her, be with her, whatever. Not saying that it wasn't true love or whatever. I'm just saying that right there ain't one that we can kind of rock off of, because she was completely blind. So she went with whoever the fuck wanted to be with her. But it probably is. Now, can I pick up the phone and call him and call my white auntie? Like, no, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like my uncle, he married a Mexican, so he have partially Mexican kids that happen to act black, whatever. That's fine. But as far as my son, do I want my son to be like, hey, mom, here's Becky? Absolutely not. But do I want him to be like, hey, here's Kwashika? Absolutely not. Hey, mom, here's Ashley. That's a little better, you know?
So she can't be ratchet black and she can't be white. You want in the middle. You want balance.
I want him to choose somebody really with substance. Absolutely.
Right.
That
she can't be nigga black and she can't be Lily White.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
But like I'm saying though, but I made a reference earlier, right? Before you came up, I had made a reference to say that the two guys was black, right? They moms, they obviously love their moms, but they were saying that the Spanish woman or the other non-black woman treat them better than the black woman. It led to me and them having an argument, and I damn near went to go meet one of them in New York City in Harlem. I went to go meet one of them. Just like a couple of years ago. It's crazy. I'm like, he couldn't understand what the argument was about. But look, it wasn't about his mom not loving him or nothing like that. It may be societal, it's maybe whatever you could say, slavery, whatever the traumas we didn't face. I don't know, but it ain't his mom's.
Or it could be just what you said. It could be just what you said. She just simply treats them better. I'm talking about the ones that have a hatred for the black woman.
Yeah.
Not, not the ones that have preference. Like, shit, you might have found Becky cute, talk to her, she got good conversation, you just smash Becky. Motherfucker, you seasoning in her food. God damn, it's time to
You got to echo. I think it's mild. It might be milder.
So let me just say this before we get off this topic. Is it safe to say that you're racist?
You gotta turn up something in the back. He's playing something in the back.
Hold on. Who's playing something in the back?
Or his phone. Are you on your phone, Mildy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's either you got something playing in the back or the bottom of your phone is echoing off the table. You got to turn it sideways.
I got him. I'm gonna get him right out of here. Anyway, so with that being said, right? Is it a fair assessment that you're a racist woman?
No, I ain't racist.
So you're not racist, but you are absolutely against your son bringing home a white woman, no matter how amazing.
I'm not absolutely against it. I just don't prefer it.
Let me finish. You cutting me off, masculine black lady. Let me finish. I got the trick. Anyway, so your son cannot deal with a ratchet black woman, and he also cannot deal with a lily white woman. You aren't racist, but you are against your son bringing a Becky home, no matter how amazing she is to your son and how.
In a nutshell, it's just her preference. Most races, I mean, really all races are like that. By majority, most people want to procreate with their race so they can continue their race's lineage with the most pure kids as possible pertaining to their specific race. So it's understandable. She's saying, like, she would prefer her black son or daughter to have a black kid or a black partner. But if they was to bring home something else, of course she would accept them and treat them with respect. But her preference is for them to have a black partner as well.
She makes him.
I would prefer not. I'm not 100% against it. I would prefer not. Now, he can date whoever the hell he want. What I'm against is him bringing a man home. Now, as long as the bitch ain't no man, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But I prefer, I just know that a lot of men go in that direction because they haven't seen anything good come from a black woman. They've seen the same shit over and over and they don't want to deal with it. So I make sure I'm not that type of woman so that won't be the first thing that he chooses to do. Experience a couple black women and then decide that, but don't let that be the first thing. And the only way that I can kind of ensure that is if I set an example to my son and to my daughter as to what a black woman looks like when she's healed, when she knows how to communicate, when she loves her children, when she's present in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can only display that to my son, and I hope like hell he finds or attracts a woman that actually emulates that and compliments him in that way. Now, if she happened to be white, then okay. Now, if she the first one brought home and she white, I'm like, you ain't like nobody else in the class. But see, I mean, if he's tried and failed, then ain't nothing I could do or say about it. I would just hope like hell that he doesn't give up on the black woman just because he encounters one that does not serve him or one that does not respect him.
Can I say something?
Oh, absolutely, sir.
My Wi-Fi been acting up because all this capping that's been going on. But respectfully, y'all sisters, like respectfully too. This from Jesus. Like I'm grabbing a hold of Will. Y'all liars, man. Y'all are huge liars. Like y'all go to church, but your best friend a 304 and you always outside with her. You don't want your man to be gay, but your best friend is gay. And you support the LGBT community. You don't want no coon or your kid dating outside, but you'll use feminism, sexual liberation, and a court system against y'all, man. Y'all want everything and nothing at the same time. And it happens all the time. You want all the power, no responsibility. So y'all will keep asking what's wrong with the man, but never look back at you and say what's wrong with the woman who raising the kid.
You do got a point. In the black community, oftentimes you will see black women champion having gay friends, you know what I'm saying? And that's not saying you can't have gay friends, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's cool, they're a good human being, and they just happen to be gay, cool. But what's the first thing they do to attack your masculinity when they get mad at you? Call you gay, refer to you as some type of gay or derogatory term. Yet, they turn around and they have gay friends. So it's like, Do you fuck with gay people or do you not fuck with gay people? Because when you mad, then the nigga gay, he this, he that, he sassy, he a sissy. But then your best friend or you got some friends that's gay, you don't talk to them like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is a lot of contradictions. Same with the whole thing. He's saying y'all say y'all don't like men dealing with hoes, but for your friends, your whole friend group is hoes, and you encouraging the behavior. You ain't telling them to maybe they should close their legs and respect themselves. You encourage the behavior. So there is a lot of contradictions.
So most of everything y'all say are lies. If you can get Cash App, if you can get stripper money, if you can be a only fans woman, if you can get a man to fix your car, if you can get a step crash dummy, why can't you keep a father in the house? Why can't you keep a husband in the house? Y'all are liars. Y'all prioritize yourself over the man, and then when you don't get what you want, you play victim and you make the man the predator and you say he the bad man. But somehow these men who are no good keep getting inside of you and getting you pregnant. But the man who good, like my brother Truth keeps saying, y'all look over those men. He not good enough for you. His pee-pee might be too small, he might be too heavy, he might be too short. It's something wrong about him that you keep finding. But what we found out every single time is that even Michael B. Jordan is a problem. Even Shamar Moore is a problem. Even Tyrese is a problem. Even Tom Brady is a problem. Y'all find every single thing to find wrong with a man and every single reason to leave instead of every reason to stay, because y'all don't have no responsibility to the community but yourself. Everything is about your feelings. Most of these brothers, I know for a fact, that went through hell with sisters and went, as long as she don't deal with no other man when I get in this car, I ain't gonna let her go. I'm still gonna deal with her. But y'all will find every little reason to leave your man, and you the problem. You don't want to act yet.
You know, man, I always say it's not all women, but you know, when you deal with women enough in life, the sad reality is for the majority of them, that is how it is. You know, they're professional runners. Like he said, a lot of times, as long as you ain't dealing with another man, we might argue, we might disagree. But if you still have that respect, we still rocking with you. We not looking for every little thing to depart from you and break up the situation or the family or the relationship, even if we go through things, because nobody's perfect. So we all go through things. But oftentimes, even in my personal life, I've experienced this firsthand on multiple occasions. And it's like the nitpicking and looking for any little thing. It could be 99% right, and they'll blow everything up and turn everything upside down for that 1%, you know. That's just how it is.
You don't want to cook. You don't want to clean. You don't want to get that man head. You don't want to get that man sex. You don't want to get that man peace. But then when he step out because you unfaithful, oh, he cheated on me. Most of what y'all say respectfully are lies, because even if the community is dysfunctional, I'll ask the sisters this, and this is how I know y'all disingenuous. Do women and kids flourish better under the control of men or under the control of women? Sisters.
For sure. Men for sure.
You know?
And statistics back that up.
It's a question.
I'm asking the sisters. No, brothers, don't answer it at all, because they want leaders. Do sisters flourish better under the control of men or under the control of themselves? Do kids and children flourish better under the control of a man or under control of a woman?
It just depends.
It's definitely the man.
No, it definitely depends, because you can have a shitty man that does not know anything.
You get it depends. What's her name? I don't respect. Is it Ravon or?
It's the man and
it's man. Okay, hold on. Stop right there. Samara. Is it Samara or Samara?
Samara.
Who do women and children flourish better
under?
A man or men, right? Should men control women?
There you go.
Control.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I believe the man is the head of the house.
I'm gonna ask you again, because I use control. I use it on purpose, right? You said the man under the control of man. Should men control women?
That's a tough question.
And that's right. Mrs. Owens, should men control women?
I don't think it's about control. I think it's about
in short term, yes. All y'all have to say is yes. See, they got that pride and that ego. They just hate the word. But if you want a man to be a leader, right? Leader comes with provision and protection. I cannot protect something that I cannot have some form of control over. Otherwise, you're not going to get my protection and my provision. If you want to do what you want to do, go live your life. But it's not going to be at my expense, my dime financially, or my dime physically. So yes, we should have control if you want a leader. If you don't want the man to have some form of control, don't ask for him to lead. Don't ask for him to provide for you, and don't ask him to protect you.
Respect.
You already answered it, Miss Ramon. Should men control women?
Only because I think a little different. Control, I would say yes. It depends on how
we already
you
know
look at
Kelly
it.
answer. Most women are the problem. They want a leader that they can control. They don't want the man to control them. They want to do whatever they want, what they want. They want the man to do whatever they say. The emotional intelligence, the communication, emotional availability is all about what y'all care about. It has nothing to do with the man. And you would rather pick outside than be under the coverage of a man where you will probably flourish and be the best version of yourself, and he'll be the best version of himself, and the kids will be the best version of themselves. But y'all race to the bottom. Y'all try to see how bad y'all can do.
By the way, you don't know my answer.
After y'all done, y'all go, you know what? I'm traumatized. I got PTSD. I'm going to therapy. I'm going to God. Not so you can actually get better, so you can just repackage your reputation for somebody to be with you. You go get a good man, so you think you're a good woman, but you still that same woman who inside that was outside. Because you know how we know that? Y'all tell us to stop entertaining hoes, but all your friends is hoes. Y'all still going to the concerts. Y'all still going to the club. You still got to be outside. You still got to be on girls' trips. Nothing y'all do that you can brag about has nothing to do with bettering the community, bettering the man, bettering the kid, or bettering yourself. Everything is about some 304 stuff. If I'm a liar, the only thing y'all can brag about is being a man. It's going to be about the money you got, the degree you got, the car you got, the house you got, but you can't brag about nothing else that's feminine or woman. So can you tell me what is so valuable? Any sister on here that has nothing to do with being a man, has nothing to do with your degrees, has nothing to do with a house and a car, just like a man, that makes you valuable to a man.
Somebody really did you
Somebody
bad.
hurt me. Somebody hurt me, right?
No, seriously. Like I studied psychology. You came on here gunning like y'all liars.
I was in mental health for 15 years.
How about you just answer the question, Kel? That's all you got to do. See, when you're an intelligent person, you can just answer the question. You ain't got to go to that. Soon as she said somebody hurt you, I already knew it wasn't going to be productive, because that just means you don't have an answer. Anytime you're dealing with people in a debate or a conversation and you ask them a straightforward question and then they start trying to attack you, it just simply shows low IQ. She doesn't have an answer. Instead of her saying that, she want to go with the attacks.
That's fine. It just goes to show, like, you're speaking from experience of the women that you've experienced. That's insane.
Now watch, after this is done, Kelly, eventually she gonna get to you sassy.
No, I don't do that, because my entire platform of 900,000 followers, I take up for men. So I absolutely won't. I absolutely won't.
You already made it ad hominem. All y'all can keep.
I absolutely won't. You just don't know the content I do.
You already said it, man, and I triggered you, right? Because you said
you don't have access to my emotions.
Well, what is the proof?
You came on triggered.
So what's the proof that I was hurt?
You came on triggered. You spoke to everybody on the platform.
So substantiate how I'm hurt.
You spoke to everybody on the platform. We're having a conversation.
How the individual with this green hat up here that has 2 successful businesses, has a family.
That's fine. I have 4 successful businesses.
Edify people and talk about the actual nature of women. Tell me how I'm hurt.
That's the actual nature of the women that you've encountered. Your mother, your sister, your ex-girlfriend.
Y'all see how she deflecting? She will not answer his question. Ali is saying over and over, he not letting you derail this. Tell me why I'm hurt. Again, when you're dealing with somebody who's just talking out their ass and they don't have an answer to something, this is what they do. They deflect. She's not going to answer the question.
Maybe your daughters, your nieces,
this is
your best
woman.
friend.
Because
you came in. Hold on, you came in. But you won't allow me to speak.
Tell me how
you won't allow, and that's why he used that sassy word, because he know. So back to when you first came on the podcast.
No,
y'all was having that conversation. I think this is what the women was talking about.
How am I hurt? We're still waiting on that. How am I hurt?
I can't even speak. You won't allow me to speak. So you got it.
Yes, I am. I'm actually high. Now,
but how can you?
No. You said I got it.
Are you listening to comprehend? Or are you listening to understand?
Interrupting. If I stop, she's gonna stop. If I talk, she's gonna interrupt.
Are you listening to respond or listening?
I got it.
And the gaslighting doesn't work here either.
I got it.
Classic. I used to deal with this personally. When they say that, "Oh, you not let me talk," you can literally give them the floor, and they every time, I promise you, it never fails. They're gonna say, "Well, I don't want to talk now." It's because you never had nothing to say in the first place. You can see past them little childish games. Once you deal with people like this, it's the same type of person in a different body. Anytime you give them the floor, when they claim you not letting them talk, all of a sudden they don't have nothing to say. Then when you continue, now they want to cut you off, just as Ali stated. And that's exactly what she's doing, because she don't want to answer the question because she doesn't have an answer.
Really make content for this,
important.
but not being like you.
Damn, you want to talk or you want to let me talk? Which one we going to do?
You just, oh my God.
You said you got
I won't say sassy, I'll say delusional.
I'm gonna stop. Go ahead. Why? She gonna stop talking because
you don't need to stop. Go ahead. Listen, I can't even communicate with you. I would have to lower my intellect to communicate with you because you won't allow it. You have experienced such fucked up women in your lifetime that your dynamics and your viewpoint of women, you came on a platform with prestigious women that don't live the life of the women that you're used to, women that are not hoes, women that are not judgmental, women.
But the conversation isn't about you or just y'all three on the panel. The conversation is about the population in general. Right? So if you have any type of intelligence that you're trying to claim, you will understand that this is not specifically about y'all. Y'all are talking about a bigger problem in a community, in a society.
That take care of their men, women that love the black man. You came on here tearing us, ripping us apart to shreds because you were triggered by a woman that has nothing to do with us. We don't have nothing to do with what you experienced.
Tell me what I was wrong
this
about.
does not apply to us. Get on that phone and call that woman that hurt you. Get on the phone and call your mom. Get on the phone and call your aunt. These women on this platform, including myself, did not do anything to warrant you. Y'all are liars. Y'all are. We can't relate to what you experienced, love.
You lying right now. You said I'm hurt. And you can't tell me why. All you're doing is deflecting.
I don't know why you're hurt. You know why you're hurt.
You say I was hurt then?
You're yelling. Calm down.
Man, this is passionate. Yo, I'm telling y'all, this is the only country where
you lack communication.
How they supposed to talk? In another country, she would have got shot out the door.
You don't know how to communicate.
This is the only country where a woman can talk crazy to their man and don't expect to get knocked out.
You're yelling.
This is the only, and it's our sisters too.
But why are you yelling?
Man,
but why are you yelling?
Man, if you want me to show you how to yell, I'll show you how to yell, but I'm not yelling.
Why are you yelling? We're all on the platform.
Why the bass of your voice sound like a man? You trying to
sound? I don't know. I can't control that. I'm sorry.
Come on here.
Why does the pitch of your voice sound like a female?
You sound feminine. Here it comes.
You just asked me. Y'all see him gaslighting? He just asked me why the bass of my voice sound like a man. But I'm flipped and asked him why the pitch of it sound like a female. And it's like, oh, here we go. So you can say something to me about my voice sounding masculine, but when I say yours sound feminine, it's a problem?
It don't sound, mine is deep. Yours is deep. Why's your voice
But deep? When you yell, it's very pitchy like a female.
Why's your voice deep? I'm not yelling.
Maybe my voice isn't deep. Yours is just a more pitchier.
No, we didn't get off subject. This is what happens in a man's household. Sisters like this go in a man's household.
No, that's what happened in your household because you argue with your woman because she doesn't agree with you.
She said, first, instead of addressing what I said and say, you know what, you're wrong. Let me substantiate. She go, you
wouldn't allow me to. You argue.
You said I was hurt, ma'am. You didn't substantiate nothing.
You are.
Well, what was I wrong about?
Wow.
I don't know. You didn't even know what you was right about.
She can't say nothing.
You don't know what you were right about. You're arguing. You are literally raising your voice, talking over somebody. You're asking somebody for their opinion. You won't allow them to give it, and then you're listening to respond.
You on mute, Truth. Truth, you on mute.
So I muted y'all because we're getting this is getting tacky at this point, right? Respectfully. So we are here to have a debate. Debates are cool. But we can sing together. We absolutely cannot talk together. Y'all are both intelligent. Y'all both know how to articulate. So at some point, right, what we're going to have to do is have what's called effective communication. And the only way that we can communicate effectively is just chill for a second, light skin. The only way that we can communicate effectively is one person has to go, then the other person has to go. Honestly, I'm going to commend Miss Kelly because I've seen her get ratchet. Today she's not being there. So I'm proud of you. But what I do want to say is this, right? You said that, and I'm gonna let you answer, then I'll let Ali go, right? Oh, and for everybody on TikTok, come over to the YouTube channel. There's nothing but the Truth Podcast. Hit the super chats if y'all want this live to keep going. I could get off of here. I could be eating some coochie laying in my bed right now, personally. That's what I'd rather be doing. But if you want to be on the super chat, in the live, if you are on YouTube, click the likes, click the subscribes, and make sure y'all get this super chats and the memberships at the bottom of the screen. It is the $ at the bottom of the screen. Turn this joint up if y'all like the conversation and hit the likes. So anyway, I want to focus on this topic, right? Because we did talk about the sassy men earlier. And so what I'm going to do is take a poll for everybody in the comments, and then I'm going to let Miss Kelly Kel talk, and then I'll let the brother Ali talk. For all, and then I'll let the brother Isaiah and Oot talk as well. For all of the women that are inside of the chat right now.
He's just gonna do a little.
For all of the women that are inside of the chat right now. How the way, Miss Kelly Kel, what? Let me unmute you. Okay, cool. What about his energy, right? Because you're a woman, and I'm pretty sure that you pay attention to men. So I want to know, as a woman, what about his energy allows you to basically pinpoint from the rip that he has to be hurt?
Okay. So, I just graduated with my master's in psychology. Clap it up for me.
For this conversation.
Okay, well, so we were on one topic. He instantly charged in, attacking all the women on the platform. His subject had nothing to do with what we were talking about. He overtook the conversation when somebody interjected to, did not necessarily agree. He never gave them time to speak or talk. He wanted to talk over them. Once he could, once he realized that the conversation isn't going that way, he raised his voice as well. And then he tried to gaslight. I'll speak for myself. Then he tried to gaslight. Then he tried to attack. So because the raising the voice, the yelling, the temper tantrum did not work, then he tried to gaslight. And because that didn't work, then he tried to attack my voice. When I said something back to him, hey, your voice is pitchy when you're yelling, my voice is deep, your voice is pitchy, then it's like, you see, she's going to do this. That's back gaslighting and then yelling and over talking. So that's what I would say is sassy or delusional, because as a man, one thing about, and you know my platform, one thing I tell my son this too: as a man, you need to know how to communicate. You need to know how to digress. A real man knows how to communicate. A real man knows he don't have to raise his voice. Females yell, females scream and holler and get emotional when they can't get their point across. I get the point of it being, that you're stern on what you feel and whatever, but raising your voice as a man to communicate and get your point across, that is what females do, because a lot of females cannot communicate effectively without raising their voice because they don't feel heard. But as a man, you should be able to stand your ground, stand in your power, stand in your masculinity without branching off and getting too emotional to where you gotta yell and scream and bang your head against the computer and do all of that and try to prove a point that you're not.
See, he wasn't doing all that. And that's what we talking about. Childish. Now you adding on a whole bunch of shit he wasn't doing. Me, honestly, I don't think he was yelling, to be honest. Maybe talking passionately, but he definitely wasn't yelling. So, in a nutshell, all you had to do is answer the question. But you didn't want to do that because you didn't have an answer. So now she trying to deflect. She trying to, it's just a whole bunch of talking, just jibber jabber. She ain't really saying nothing of important.
Not even making.
He asked you what show.
Okay,
You're doing it again. You're listening to respond.
You said a whole book about nothing. What show that I was hurt?
I just said it. None of
that demonstrates that I'm hurt, man.
To you, it doesn't. He asked you the question.
Nothing about that. What you did was, when a man goes up, he's feminine, but when a woman goes up, she's masculine. That's why I don't play the masculine femininity conversation, because
no, I said it was feminine when you were yelling. I wasn't yelling. I didn't have to yell because I know how to communicate effectively. At some point I didn't. When I was a weird ass bitch screaming, yelling and beating my chest, I didn't know how to communicate then. But growing and actually talking to people with substance and talking to men and listening, it allows me to be able to communicate effectively to where I don't have to raise my, you see what I'm saying? To talk to you. I don't have to do that.
You say I was being passionate.
And on top of that, I have over 900,000 followers collectively, and majority of them are men because I cater to men. I speak up for men. I empower men. I pour into men. I don't sit there and disrespect men. I don't go back and forth with men. I go back and forth with bitches. I'm not calling you a bitch, but a bitch is who I would go back and forth with. I would never sit there and go back and forth and argue with a man ever.
So most women who cater.
You kind of doing it right now. Now, granted, I'll give you, this is a debate. It is a debate platform. So you have to go back and forth, and that's on both sides. So you can't call him sassy for responding and talking to you. That's what he's supposed to do. Y'all not in a relationship. This is a debate show. So I give you that, but at the same time, you are being very combative when all you had to do was answer the question and you refused to do so. And you know it. You're not slow. She's really not slow. And she do advocate for men a lot. But in this case right now, she wrong. Just answer the question. And if you don't got it, just say I don't have the answer. But it's that pride and that ego. I'm telling you.
The men are grifters. They're chameleons. They placate like they about men, but they're making money off of saying what men like to hear. If I shouldn't go back and forth with a man, a feminine woman wouldn't go back and put a man in a position to go back and forth with her. You should have closed your mouth.
Take accountability. No, I didn't put you in position for nothing.
That is true. If you are feminine like you say you are, the conversation of us going back and forth shouldn't even be a thing if you are truly a feminine woman, because a feminine woman would not challenge that man like that. You know what I'm saying? You listen, you respond correctly if there is a conversation or question being asked, but what you're doing is not feminine. It's actually masculine right now. So you kind of exposing yourself, even though you saying, oh, I'm feminine, I'm this and I'm that. And that's why Ali's calling her a chameleon.
I'm mute again.
That's fine. You can mute. I didn't put you in a position for nothing. Take accountability. Your actions are yours alone. When I put this food in my mouth, are you going to doodle it out? Absolutely not. I didn't put you in a position for anything. You as a man just don't know how to communicate. And you don't know how to digress. And that's your problem, not mine. My father was in my life, and he's a damn good father, and he taught me a lot. And guess what? I will not, you can't pay me to disrespect that man, no man in my life, including my son, including you. So what your recollection about me is wrong. If you're wondering why I feel like you're hurt, because you're standing on what it is that you feel that shows that you're hurt and you're emotional, you need to heal. And there's some women in your life that did you wrong to where you feel like all women operate like this. I said I can't.
He never said all women, that's one. And two, just for stating facts about the general population of women does not make you hurt. Again, I don't get where the intelligence she speaks of is coming in right now. She make good points on other topics when she do her personal videos, but right now, Ali cooking you because you're not making no sense. And you are just saying he hurt without giving actual real evidence of why he's hurt. You just stating an opinion because you feel some type of way because he called you out.
To men, I uplift men. Now I gotta be XYZ and just talking out my ass. How about I care for the black man? I love the black man because my dad is a black man and my son is a black man.
Okay.
Could that be anything?
No, she not. She'll contradict. She said black men hate women. She said there's black men that hate women. She can't point out the black men that hate women. That's the rhetoric that black female feminists say, that when they say black
I never said that.
Yes, you did earlier. He had to ask you. What he said, I don't know no black man that hates women, because you said
I was talking. We were.
And she cut me off for the 5th time, so I'm gonna mute up again. This when somebody's wrong, they can't have a conversation.
You're wrong.
Somebody.
It's coming out.
I never said that though.
Completely triggered.
That femininity leaving.
Truth asked you. Excuse me. He made a statement. He don't know black men that hate women, because you made a statement that there's black men that hate women based on their rhetoric when they're trying to address the behaviors of women that you're demonstrating right now. Again, 99.9% of women that are giving a message to men are grifters, and they're chameleons, and they're telling men what they want to hear so they can make profit off it. Just like there's a lot of black women and black men who are grifters and selling to the white community what the white community wants to hear when they down in the black community. And I can name drop on those too. Y'all don't got problems with Ace Metaphor's rhetoric. You don't got problem with Derek Jackson rhetoric. You don't got a problem with all of tonight's conversation rhetoric. As long as the man when a man raises his voice and it's something you want to hear, oh man, that's a real man. When men come on here and tell the truth, women will jump off the ship. She'll jump out the car. She'll run away as fast as possible as she can get from the truth, and it actually triggers her, and then she gaslights. If you don't want a man to go back and forth with you, you shouldn't go put yourself in a position to go back and forth with a man if you're actually feminine. Let the man finish, and then you can respond just like I let you respond. But I know you and you're masculine, so I had to stop so you can continue to talk, so you can get out whatever's on your chest, which is not going to land. So you ahead, my sister Kel.
I was in my masculine because you were in your feminine. It has to be a balance somewhere, love. Thank you.
Which means women are the leaders of today's community because they want to be the man in a relationship and they want men to be bitches. That's the truth. And she already told you. Because I let her do what she did, she went, oh, you acting like a bitch, but I'm not going to say you acting like a bitch. I
can't control that you're acting like a bitch.
You cut me off again, and you cut me off again because we having a back and forth. You don't know. I told you it would be a 6th time.
There you go. Hey, if you press them enough, they true character gonna come out. And she exposed Kel. Damn. You know, you talk that shit on Instagram. You do. She stick up for the men and shit. But right now, I'm telling you, I can see it and I'm seeing through it. And I'll have to agree with Ali because it's coming out of right now. She ain't feminine at all. That attitude coming out, the more and more tight she get, the more disrespectful she getting. Now it's oh, you a bitch, you a this, you that. Everything she said she wasn't and she was against, she's doing the exact thing she said she wasn't. So.
Oh, okay, cool. So anyway, I want y'all to come over to the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast. I'm going to let some other people talk because we're not here in a debate. Y'all are adorable. I think I'm going to bring y'all to Houston so we could talk on my actual set. This would be fun. I'm
going to put the link in the description down below. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I know it's been a little minute. I took a little break. We back now. Try to be more consistent with y'all. But yeah, I'll put the video link down below. Y'all comment down below what y'all think. I think Kel's definitely just got obliterated right now. They didn't even really get to a full topic. It's a lot more to the video. Y'all check it out. Watch the full thing. And hey, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Raw Reality Mindset. We out. Gang.
Yeah, you the real, but it's like you can't take the real of me. Don't bring them bad vibes, don't need you killing my energy. Can't fuck with you if you a fuck nigga, ain't feeling me. She try to ride a nigga way till the feel agree. Can't trust her soul, no, I can't fuck with none of my